Well, okay there. Wasn't that just a beautiful walk through the Mount Vernon mansion? Okay, so now we're going to take a look right around here, and you can see how beautiful this property is. But we're going to go to an area of the property that's, well, it's kind of a little bit of a touchy subject, and you'll see why. We're going to go take a look at the men's slave quarters. Yes, that's right. You heard it correctly. George Washington did have slaves. So as you kind of look around here, I'm sure your first thought is, wow, these rooms aren't really as nice as the ones that are in the mansion. And to be honest, they weren't. If you look here, they have these bunk bed cots. They had a lot of people in each room. Imagine sharing a room the size of your bedroom, but with all of these beds in it. I mean, we're talking about 10 people in one room, 10 men, 10 adult men in one room. It's pretty tight quarters. So if you look over here, let me show you this here. If you take a look right over here, some interesting things here on the table we can kind of see. Let's take a look at these buttons here. I'm going to play this here for you. "8,000 buttons." And a lot of these were for our slaves, but not all of them. So we can also look right over here, and we can take a look at some of the things that are on the bench here. You've got things like the belt buckles, their comb, their booklet, their like journal or diary. One of the interesting things is that slaves had very little possessions. And so what you see right here is sort of the extent of what they had. It's interesting too because a lot of people ask when they see this area, they ask about how George Washington, how he was. I mean, he fought on the foundation that all men were created equal, but yet he had slaves. So a lot of people ask, well, wouldn't that make him a hypocrite? And it's true, he was. But one interesting thing is, as he was older in life, he started to really realize how what he was doing was very hypocritical. And he wrote in his will that after he passed away and his wife passed away, every single slave at Mount Vernon would be set free. And when they both died, that happened. So once again, here's our slaves' quarters. As you can see, it's not the nicest place in the mansion.